What's up, guys? My name is Austin. I'm the worship pastor here at The Crossing. And today I want to talk to you guys about troubleshooting a problem in the midst of service. So most Sundays I'm working in the music director role as well as a worship leader role, and that can take a lot of brain space. But when something comes up that we're needing to troubleshoot immediately, the biggest priority for me is to communicate with our band, that they know exactly where we're going if a problem arises, whether that's we're off the click or tracks, whether that's some lyrics that are messed up on screen, or a video didn't cue right, or something like that. I've got to communicate with the band what we're going to do, whether that's starting over, whether that's we're going to play through and we're going to get back on our click at the next turnaround or something like that. I use a tool called a panic button, and that is simply an A/B switch for my microphone that I can press and hold on a foot switch and talk to my band. I can talk to the video producer in the back room, and I can communicate with them and then simply let off, and now my microphone goes back to the house and where I can sing or direct the congregation or whatever. And so that's a tool that I use literally every Sunday. And even our video producer in the back room, he has that same button that he can talk back to me and say, hey, we're having an issue, this is what we're doing, whatever, all in the midst of worship, so that our band can continue and lead the congregation in worship, and that it goes as smoothly as possible in the midst of the worship set.
What's up, guys? I'm Phil. I'm the technical director here at The Crossing. And when problems arise, the best thing that a technical director can do is take a step back, analyze what just happened, and think of a fix. Getting frustrated is it's part of the job, and things break. Equipment fails, cables break, fuses blow, lights go out. And when that happens, you have to take a step back, take a deep breath, and then search for a solution. As tech director and tech positions and media positions, if we go unnoticed, we did a great job. We are to blend into the background. We are not to stick out at all, create any kind of distraction whatsoever. So when issues arise, we need to move swiftly and without being seen or being disruptive.
Hey, my name is Allison Vespa, and I am one of the worship leaders here at The Crossing. There have been times where something really wrong has happened, like we've lost power, or lights, video, and sound have all gone out at the same time. I would really recommend, as a worship leader, to kind of have something in your back pocket. I've used this quite a few times. When something goes wrong, when everything fails, your congregation doesn't have sound, they don't have lyrics, have a song that is really easy for your team, for you, for your congregation, that you can pull out of nowhere. You know the key, you know the song, you know the lyrics, the congregation knows the lyrics. It's not something they're hunting for. I'll even tell, mine is How Great Is Our God in the key of G. Everybody can play it on the team. The congregation knows it without lyrics. If there's no sound, we can play How Great Is Our God in the key of G, and we can still end a worship set kind of together, still keeping our eyes on Jesus, because that's the whole really reason that we're here. So I would recommend something like How Great Is Our God. I would recommend something like 10,000 Reasons, something that everybody knows, Great Are You, Lord, that even if everything goes out, that you don't have to worry about lights or sound or lyrics or anything like that.
So when it comes to technical difficulties regarding Ableton, playback, click, stuff like that, the most important thing is to be aware of where you are in the song if something was to happen, and be aware of your DAW, your digital workstation. For us, I'm running Ableton back on the kit to my left side with a controller that maps the song, the start and stop sequence, and as well as click mute and track mute, to where if something was to happen, let's say we jump into a chorus one bar earlier, something happens with one of the worship leaders and they lose track due to the crowd's volume, I can kill the tracks and keep clicking to where we're maintaining at least our time signature together. There's times where at the end of a song, I'll have chained on that fades in just a drone pad in whatever key we're in, if it's the key of G or B or whatever, that continues, and sometimes we'll continue out of the song and I'll kill click to where we can just flow as a band and let the worship leader slow the song down and make it more intimate. It's not necessarily how to handle an issue, but it's something that inadvertently can protect you from one if something was to happen as a fail-safe.
Hi, I'm Andrew Hendricks. I'm the Assistant Technical Director here at the Crossing Church, and on Sunday mornings I produce our live stream. Generally the first step I like to take when a technical issue arises, I find it best to clear my head to see how I can resolve an issue when one comes up, because especially in a live setting, I'm trying to focus on 10 different camera angles, and I'm focusing on the ProPresenter operators, and I'm focusing on all these different things going on, and I just find it best to clear my head, not get overwhelmed, think it through, and communicate with others. Like Phil and Austin have already talked about, I do have a panic button that I can talk to. I can have talk back to the stage, and I can let them know if there's a problem going on. I can ask for help and how to solve the issue. And an open line of communication is really the best way to resolve any issue.
Another thing with Ableton we've had is our trash can, our Apple trash can, which is a typically pretty robust computer, has had latency issues before and sometimes completely crashed during a service where I'm controlling video, lighting, and Ableton all together through this one machine that I'm controlling via MIDI in the drums. When that crashes, you lose everything. Lighting goes down, video goes down. Sometimes audio will go down with playback, and we're having to deal with this issue. The most important thing when you're directing, not necessarily directing the band verbally, but through communication on your DAW, is to maintain a level head, and you, no matter what, as the drummer, maintain that meter, maintain your posture on the drums, leading the band forward. Because if you start to waver, the band will start to waver. And it's important not to let that happen.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. You don't have to be the hero, you don't have to be the one that comes in and saves the day. So be quick to ask for help, be quick to explain what the issue is that you're having, and get some brains around you that are thinking of the solution with you, whether that be solving the issue right there, or whether that be creating a workaround, and that you can come back to that issue later and resolve it.